Okay, we're going to work on this hole here a little bit on the blast nozzle. So instead of trying to ream this thing with a big drill, I have no real way of holding on to this thing. I'm going to go ahead and bore it because there's less pressure with a boring bore. So you can have a crappier holding system and it will stay put if you go slow and easy. So what I've done is I got my vise in here, I've tilted it up. The nozzle sits down inside the recess on this vise, whereas my other vices are solid. This one here's got a screw so it won't stick through. This one over here, it's solid so it won't stick through that down there. So this smaller vise here is what I got to work with. So I got it jammed in at the tip down there and on the back side over here. And I've got this now with my level. I got it where it kind of is equal from one side to the other because this reamer's not the right size. So you're on 89.2, 89.3 each way you go, including this direction over this way. 89.1, 2, so it's close. So that shit's pretty close. It'll take me a while to get that close. Easier said than done. So we got it jacked up here with a solid bar. The bar wants to flip side to side. This one here stops this one from moving. And you clamp down right there. This one over here, there's actually a shim underneath this one. This is holding the shim down in, keeping it from sliding this way. So the vise can't go this way here. And it's all held down with these clamps here. So everything's made so it can't twist or move. And I had to play around with different ones of the parallels here to get what I needed. So I got something that's pretty close. And the rest of it I was able to just twist this side to side and back and forth and come up with what we needed. So it's pretty tight. It'll move if you hit it, but it'll take a lot to move it. So none of this stuff here can move now. Everything is jammed in. These can't shift on you, can't slide out. So that's what you want to do is make sure it's all good. Now this here is not good. See, that's slid halfway off the damn table here. I'm not sure how that happened. Obviously it got hit a little bit or something, I'm not sure. There you go. Hopefully I didn't change anything. Shouldn't have. But you never know unless you measure it. Okay, so that's good to go. Now I could probably come in here with a reamer and it might actually hold it enough to do that. My guess it would shift on you. Once this thing cocked a little bit, the angle would go way over here like that and it'd break the reamer off. It'll try to break the reamer off. What it'll probably do is rip the whole thing out of the vise. So it probably would happen. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and put my boring head in here and center up off this hole. And then I can go and do a test bore and see what happens. And we got to bore that out, I forget the number. 1/8 inch or something, 100th thou, something like that. Some reasonable number. I'm tired. Okay, first thing I do is center it up. Alright. That's within one. Okay, now you want to see how much tape we got in it. You get down as far as you can without hitting something. About there. And check it again and see how much it moves. little bit out around. It's within about 1.5. So that's pretty close. Alright, so that's what we wanted to find out. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get the boring head in here. We'll be back. Okay, I got my boring bar in here now. So here's my boring bar itself. It's almost the same size as a hole, but it works. Goes all the way in. Not hitting. So it looks like it goes down about that deep. There's the low spot. Okay, so that is our minimum distance. See how high that is. Okay, that's in there that far. I don't think we need to go down that far with our hose. So, see how much we want to go with that. Okay, where's our hole at? Okay, so I think we can back that up a little bit. That ought to be deep enough to insert the tube into the hole. It still goes in there pretty darn far, so I'm not sure what point we hit over here, but we shouldn't be anywhere near it. We're hitting something way down there. Can you hear it? It's weird. Haven't moved the table yet, but something happened. Wasn't hitting the first time. So we're obviously too close to that edge. So let's move it over 1.1 thou. Didn't do much for me. There's 3 thou movement. Yeah, we're not hitting now. Don't know what happened. Something moved, obviously. Okay, that's going to be my new 0 point. Okay, now move this out a little bit and see when we hit again. I'll move it over a little. There's 4 thou. Okay, now we're hitting on the opposite side. So we go half of that, 2 thou. Oh, damn it. Two thou. And on this side here, it's pretty much all over the place. More about this angle over here, which is way over here. Yeah, we're pretty close. I can move it a couple tenths this way and a couple tenths that way and be pretty close, but yeah, we can play with it if we want. We know how to do that. There's 3, 4. No, it went too far. Come on. Which way did I just move that? Went the wrong way anyway. Ah. Pretty touchy. See, just beat on this a little bit. That's all we're doing down here. And there's +2. I'll go to 22 on the top one. 23. I want 23. I want 22. 21. 24. Touchy. Jeez. Damn it. We're moving tenths. There we go. Okay, let's see what happens now. Sounds really even. Still hitting more on the back side, which is now this side. Okay. That was plus 2/10, let's go negative 2/10. Plus negative 2/10. A little more even. Let's try a couple more. Damn it, there's 8. You know, all of this means nothing, it's just screwing around is all it is. I like screwing around. Makes me feel fun. Have fun doing that. How close can I get it? 6s are not going to make it. I'm sure this is a really exciting video, but damn it. Negative. Come on, dumbass. It likes that 6 number, doesn't it? You put pressure over here on the teeth and you bang it on the table. Get it to move. There, fucking thing. Jeez. Pissing me off now. Oh, 3. I'll live with that. Yeah. You know, it's worse on the top. Yeah, because it's not square. All right, I'm going to leave it at those numbers. It's close enough. Make sure you're in the middle of the table. It is. Okay, so now we can go ahead and flip this thing on and see if it's going to chase me around the counter here. If this comes loose, it's going to make a big mess. It's going to wad up a bunch of junk. Alright. We don't know how hard this is either, so there's 10-15 thou pass. We'll drag on this. Should be good. Happens. So, that cuts fairly hard, and it's moving around, and that was a very light cut. So, this needs to go that way more. So you can see how I did not cut on this side over here at all. to understand that. All the cutting was on that side. So I'm moving it over a little bit. Moved it over 3 before, I'll move it back 2. And make sure I move it 3. Not sure what's going on with that. Turn that down a little bit, but not much. See what happens here. Man. It's cutting way heavy on that side. It's not cutting anything on this other side. Which way do I move that damn thing? There's the correct direction. So this thing's moving on us. Has to be. In that direction. Negative. 6 thou negative. I understand why it's cutting like this. Something is not right. It's definitely not cutting very good. Without a doubt, it ain't cutting. See what this does. It's going to be better, it's going to be a lot worse. Worse. Okay, we got to find out what's going on here. Keep moving the cutter over, it's getting worse. It's not a good sign. Okay, let's get this out of here. It's a new cutter too, it should be cutting pretty good. Don't understand what happened here, but something is not right. There's one problem. Whew, it moved a lot. Yeah, big change. Thing's moving. So what's happening is it's trying to come out of the machine to what's happening. So we moved almost 20 thousandths one way and 6 that way to get it recentered back up. So this thing is chattering and twisting on us or doing something different. It definitely made a big change. So let's try it. It's pretty tight. We're not getting it much tighter than this. You can see we're not taking much material out, which is not good. So trying to bore this hole out is not working very well. So the cutting bit's pretty new. It's a radius edge on here, pretty good radius, so if I make that more of a sharp point, I'll have less drag, which will help us slightly. if I have one. So this one, see, has a sharp point on it here. No radius, so we'll try that. This has like a 15th hour radius, and it was probably a 30. So we'll give this a go, see if it makes a difference. So I'm going to swap out the cutter here. This is not going to cure the problem. It'll just help it a little bit. The problem is we're not holding on this very well. That's the problem. And I foresee this is going to be a big problem pretty soon. It's going to come out and chase my ass out of here. I don't have much doubt in my mind about that's going to happen. Not sure how we're going to stop it, except just not do this job. Okay. This is a sharper point, so it's probably going to cut more. Back that thing way off. We're still going to cut too much. We'll try less RPM. That doesn't always help. Well, we'll try. Cutting the bottom of the hole because it's uneven. Ooh. It's not nearly as bad though. Just not yet. Get about 15th thou cut, see what happens. Not moving around like it was. Holding on, it dampens vibration and also gives me an idea of what it's doing. It also allows me to get my hand wadded up in the nose when it comes out. sure that's safe. Another little bit more. Hopefully clean the hole up this time. Cutting better. Appears to be cutting. It's cutting all the way around now, so it's going to be a smoother cut. There's a lot of chips in the bottom of the hole. I don't know if you can see them down there. Those are going to become a problem. They get up into the cutter and it starts wadding up. So I'm going to try to suck these out with my vacuum. And I'm going to be making about 10 more passes, probably at least, if not more, if it doesn't blow out the machine. So, all right, we'll be back in a while. It's going to take probably 15 minutes to a half hour, probably about a half hour to do all this. I'll be back if something happens. All right, this might be the last cut. We'll see. It'll be close. So I got to stop and clean the chips out every halfway down. Wadded up chip ball down in there. Can't get it out except for picking it out. The thing wadded up on me a little bit once. Kind of moved it around, pulled it out. I went about a third of the way in. I had to recenter it. I had to come back and move the center so it cut evenly. The thickness of pipe was even all the way around. It's off by 22 thou. Came back and got that squared up. So it's been cutting fairly good right now. 10 thou max passes. You gotta stop and clean halfway down. Wad up down in the hole down there. Okay, what's our diameter now? So we should be pretty close. 853. The tubing here comes out around. What a shocker. It's about 853 on the average, I think. There's 856 and 856. Looks like 56 is the average. So it should go in there pretty tight. But it should go in. Maybe. Alright. So what you do is figure, try it out, see what happens. That's enough to move it. Hopefully it didn't. Now this is our thin tubing, the other stuff's a lot thicker. This is the stuff I gotta use. Nice plug fit. Think that'll work. Didn't bring my nut with me, did I? Nope, no nut. It goes in tight. So there we go. That works. Okay. Don't try to repeat that now. A lot of impacted chips down there in the Hoodies. Here's what the hole looks like now. Big shoulder down there, it's all the metal we cut out. I want to go in there and do a little porting down in there too. You can see the original casting sticks in there quite a bit. Pull this apart now. Get all the chips out. Looks like they all came out. So there you go. That's what that side looks like. And there's that. Deburring tool. Need a little more deburring. A nice solid deburr on that. So this is smaller diameter than the old stuff, but you figure the new stuff's all going to be the same small ass size, so we'll make our tool for the small size. So there you go, it's pretty tight. It doesn't just fall out. So all you do now is put the nut on there to hold it in. We should be good to go. One more part done. Alright, yeah, I need to go in there and do a little porting in there. I don't like the way that is, but I don't know. I can't get in there very well. Yeah, we'll let the media clear it out. It'll clean it out on if it doesn't like it. Alright, that's it for tonight. Do something else.